No. Hey, Colleen, what's going on? What's going on, y'all? Hold on. Getting my instant ready. Let me look at my teeth, y'all. My teeth really hurt, and I don't have any ibuprofen, so bear with me for the night. I think I took my last ibuprofen. Um, in the I think I got some amoxicillin, so that probably help. That's why I'm here in my ear tonight. In the garden. So, Secret Garden, that's what I'm starting off with tonight. Secret Garden. That's Quincy Jones, James Ingram in my ear right now. How y'all doing tonight, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? So I'm here in Secret Garden. We Secret Garden tonight. We're at it's saying 12:28. No, we're at what 11:20. I finally made it on 11:20 tonight. We gonna give God's message every night. Um, so last night I was trying to start off with the story of how did I find God, right? Um, how did I find God? And I stopped at when I said that this man told me who I was. Also, he directed me to something else. Because it's saying 11:21, but this is saying 12:21. Let me see. Listen to your heart. Y'all, this is how people don't ask me. This is how I hear it. The lyrics come in my ear. Listen to your heart. Come on, come on, come on tonight. That's all I hear. All of my secret key. And wait, I think that's about me projecting tonight. As soon as I finish this, I'm gonna project. I guess that whoever somebody wants to project tonight, it's gonna happen. But I gotta do my work first. I gotta do my business first before I project. That's for somebody special. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna break it down to Timothy 1:9, right? He has saved us and called us to a holy life, not because of anything we have done, but because of His own purpose and grace, the grace that was given to us. And then it goes to Romans 8:28, same thing, as we know that in all things God works for those who love Him. No, I didn't want to do it. Okay, who has been called according to His purpose. I'm gonna break a little bit of the story down. Okay, I'm gonna break a little bit of the story down last night, where I started on, and then I'm gonna go and break it down from that. Okay, so I actually did some research that Carter Knowles' page is gone. That's funny. or the Carter Knowles channel is gone. So very interesting. Um, but we gonna stop talking about the story because I gotta keep some of that stories for the screen because that's gonna be my money maker. The story, that movie, the movie. After what I've been through, I can have movies, I can have shows. So we're not gonna keep with the same stories. But I was just at the end of saying how some people knew who I was before I knew who I was. And during that time was that's when I was finding God. And every day, I'm gonna put it like this. Every day was a learning lesson with God. Every day. And it's still a learning lesson with God. So, but it's the thing is now I'm open to know that God is speaking to me every day. And and don't get me wrong, when I say God is speaking to me, I'm not talking as God is like talking like this. God speaks through me by song. He speaks to me through time. He speaks to me through those time sequences. He speaks to me when now a movie's got. Now we're going on to movies, y'all. So it went from lyrics, now we're going to movies. So today, what came across today was JoJo Dancer, Your Life is Calling. Y'all, this really happened today. I'm like, yo, I haven't watched JoJo Dancer since I was a kid. Like really paid attention to JoJo Dancer since I was a kid. Yo, I think that's one of the best movies besides Harlem Nights with Richard Pryor is JoJo Dancer. And it was so funny when I'm in these comments and y'all young kids don't understand like, oh, this is a movie about his life. I'm like I'm getting old. But the funny part is now I'm watching JoJo Dancer. The movie came up and I'm watching, and then it gets in my head. Oh, that's Peoria, Illinois. I'm like, how do I know Richard Pryor is from Peoria? Then he goes and it's like I hear, oh man, that's across the tracks. I'm like, Richard, is that you? Anyway, y'all should know this. I'm a spiritualist. I can connect. I don't really like to say I'm a medium, but I can connect. I'm I'm gifted. I'm clairaudient. I'm clairvoyant, claircongr claircongr claircongreness, clairaudient. I got all the clairs. So it is now at this point is not is I just started this phone because I'm possibly doing a reading tonight. And my readings, yeah, some of y'all ex people are going to see a reading if she comes on. She will. She'll be on soon. Um, but you're hearing the gun. It's coming. I'm gonna project. I'm just all over the place today. So here we go. So let's go back to JoJo. Um, JoJo Walk. Wait, JoJo Walker. Your Life is Calling you. So of course, that's loosely based on Richard Pryor. And of course, I'm hearing Peoria. I'm hearing the name of the bodyguard. I'm hearing the name of the stripper that helped him. He told me the name instead of it was what was the name in the movie? It was Sweet Doll. Yeah, Sweet Doll. He told me the name of the stripper name was Delilah that helped him. The one that actually gave him money to start to lead that situation. He gave like I'm watching, I'm hearing. Okay, so the stripper name is Delilah. He was breaking it down. But what I'm saying is how God speaks to you. So I had to watch JoJo Walker because Richard Pryor had to find his voice. And what was shown to me in that movie is basically, if you have been chosen by God to either touch people through comedy, touch people through speaking, touching people through song, all of us pretty much have the same life story. But he also pointed out in this movie, he pointed out it's time for me to find my lane. Okay, what are you going to do with your voice? Now God has now touched your throat chakra. God has now, man, now you really got to a point that you're so ascended you can touch, like you can hear fucking Richard Pryor, or you can hear Tina Turner, or you can hear Michael Jackson. What can you do with this now? Okay, so you're not a Sloan. I'm not another psychic. I'm not one of these other tarot readers. What is my lane? And what he was showing me was in this movie was he had to find his lane. At first, if you know the history of Richard Pryor came out like a Bill Cosby. And I said, yeah, in JoJo Walker, he comes out and he finally found his voice, like in a nightclub when he was with his second wife, and that's when he started finding his voice. So, so I'm like, okay, I get it when I was watching the movie. So I'm like, okay, so instead of me keep repeating my same story, that it's cool to keep telling the stories, but it's time to mark my lane. What is my lane on these platforms? My lane is to actually speak God's word. Yes, we can have club spirit all day, but there are so many tarot readers that can give you the juice on celebrities. There are so many tarot readers, or you have mediums, you have all these people, but what is my difference? So um so I was talking about how I found God. And I was talking about yesterday how it went demonic, and then after that week, it started going into the lessons of God. And like today, that's how, like up until September, and that's all I'm going to discuss for today. I'm only going to give y'all a little bit. He'll give me a verse, I'll apply it to life that day, and then he'll give me a test and temptation. And it's like right now I'm going through it again, but it's like I'm in graduate school. Like 2020, I was in elementary school with God. I was just in elementary school. He was teaching me the basics. Now I know I'm getting a PhD in God right now. So um so I'm just gonna discuss that people knew who I was before I knew who I was, and it was just nothing but God protecting me and the angels protecting me from these people, and I'm gonna stay protected. For these last couple of days, also God has been showing me how many people that He has touched, even over the weekend. Like I've been watching movies, like movies just been coming across. Like I finally watched the Bob Marley movie last night. It was yesterday. Bob Marley was touched by his song. He was an earth angel that was trying to unite by song. And what God is showing me, like, yo, He has sent so many people. He has touched so many people. And all y'all been saying, okay, we want the new Messiah. We're waiting for Jesus' return. Well, God is telling y'all what y'all looking for is not going to happen, because you know why? Y'all are controlling the way of the second coming. The second person is here already. It's up to y'all to believe who's the second coming. That person's here. That person's resurrected. That person is working on earth. The second is here. But y'all are so far up into fighting. Okay, let me ask you this. And let me break it down. Let's just say y'all waiting for Jesus' return so he can come and take on some more sins. He's not doing it that way. Let me ask you this. If you're so much in a negative vibration, y'all fighting each other, can, blacks and whites, Muslims, I understand. I'm not gonna bring them up. They just, they're not even in the mix. Okay, Protestants, ha, Protestants. I keep hearing Protestants. I don't know why Protestants. Christians, Muslims, but like, why are we fighting one another? And if we're fighting one another and we're so far into this black white Trump issue and Kamala issue, do we really, are we so much positive, ready to be positive? Are y'all truly ready for the return of the Messiah? Y'all are so distracted that if the Messiah was here, y'all won't even be paying, y'all not paying attention because the Messiah is here. But one question, why are we fighting? I'm, I just thought about that. Why are we fighting? Why do you hate me so from the color of my skin? Why I have a reason for the color of y'all skin. But it also goes into you have to forgive. You have to forgive your neighbor. You have to forgive your avenger. So you have to go through forgiveness to a sin. This is so. Why are we hating one another so much? What did a Republican do to a Democrat? What did the Democrat do to the Republican? I'm waiting. I'm waiting. What did they do to each other that we're fighting like this? What did they do? Did somebody piss in somebody's cereal? We're fighting for no reason. And then think about it. Whenever God has touched, like I said, touched somebody to come in and say, yo, we get further ahead in working together than apart. They take them down. But let me tell you this, because I know some people be like, God said y'all can't touch her. Go to Matthew. I just read it. Matthew 22 to 10:22 to 35. Y'all can't touch her hair on my head. Y'all won't be able to. I'm gonna be tap dancing. I'm like I hear spirit saying I'm gonna be like Brandy. I'm gonna be sitting on top of the world. Y'all won't be able to. I'm gonna be tap dancing on top of the world. Y'all won't be able to get me. Not this time. God said y'all won't be able to touch my hair this time. Y'all couldn't do it. Y'all couldn't stop me, because they were attempting to stop me before I got to y'all tonight. Because everything is piecing together. Now I'm finding my voice, and I'm finding my purpose, and finding my lane on how to deliver it. Because like I said, Club Spirit is fun, like I said, we can get into all the celebrity gossip, but we already got all that. The more important thing is that I'm giving you, because I'm so in tap with the higher source, what the higher source is trying to bring to you. Those celebrities are gonna come because I can heal them. Because a part of what what um what the Richard Pryor movie was showing me was Richard Pryor actually was, well, if I missed this towards the end when he was putting the liquor on himself and trying to blow himself up. He said, I sold my soul and I know how to get it back. And I'm like, did anybody catch that? Richard Pryor made that movie to get his soul back, y'all. He sold his soul. And what Richard is showing me was he sold his soul. Richard Pryor. This is when immediately after I said that Richard Pryor is showing me around 1977 he sold his soul. That looks like the time that the Richard Pryor show came out. I never watched. It only had one season of it. Actually, his who else was writing on there? Richard, help me out. Your Mooney. Thank you. You see, I'm connected. And then now you see how Club Spirit can come, and you actually can have the spirit of them talking to you. That like Paul Mooney. Thank you, Richard. Richard Pryor is here tonight. Welcome to Club Spirit. So what Richard was showing me tonight was that movie was made and he getting his soul back. He also feels that that disease, that MS was given to him, that was man made given to him. And can you imagine dying of that? He really feels that he didn't really get that disease naturally. That's what I'm getting from Richard right now. Also, he says he loves y'all. That's Richard Pryor tonight, y'all. Richard Pryor just took over tonight, y'all. He says he loves y'all. Um, but I never paid attention to that movie. He also felt that he sold his soul because he could not be himself with his sexuality. He's saying different time, different place. He will actually be a part. I'm serious, y'all. He would actually be a part of the LGBTQ, or he said the letters. He would have been a part of the letters. That would have been weird though, like to say, wow, different time, different place. He felt that he sold his soul on that part. You see, I guess Richard is helping me, showing me how part of Club Spirit will be. So, he said, thank you, Richard. Okay. So, um, yeah, to get to this level where you can hear that, God has to put you in isolation. You have to literally be in isolation for a very long time, to a point that it breaks you, that you can acknowledge that it's going on. It takes years of practice. That took years to get to where I'm at now. Like I said, this has been 4 years to build up God's platform. God came to me in 2020. He actually literally gave me a contract. It came across my phone. Literally, you get a contract. I signed the contract and then I destroyed the phone. How you like that? That's part of the story. He does that. Also, the devil can give you a great presentation too. But it's all fake. It's lies. What the devil can do, okay, I can break that down too. When you sell your soul, the devil gives a nice presentation. He's gonna give you the presentation that you can get things you can get. He's gonna come in, like I said last night. He's gonna come in the form of your weakness. If your weakness is money, if your weakness is women, if your weakness, like I told you, my weakness was my ex-husband. He's gonna come in that form, and he's gonna lie to you, and he's gonna lock you down in that way. The devil had me locked down up until really this year, because I still had hope that maybe I wouldn't accept that a person I thought loved me was my enemy. And once I understood that was my enemy and understood and drew the line and cut the cord, this is when I started getting better. So basically, you can say I was serving two masters. Like I said, didn't I say that last night? But I broke it down in a different way. The devil will give you a presentation and he will lie. The devil can't create. The devil cannot give you any. Only thing the devil can do is enhance it and make it faster. But you have to pay back. I hear 500%. It is what it is called a. It is called a. It's called a payday loan. Man, when you go God's route, man, even though, like I said, I was teeter tottering, man, this has been 4 years, but it's the hardest thing you can do with God, man. And like y'all, especially, it can get aggravating. Like today on X, the lyrics, you got me working day and night. Mm. You got me working day and night. Uh. You got me working day and night. Uh. Like those lyrics came in my ear. Richie smart. He a smart ass. So wait a minute. Before I go back to day and night, this is how Michael came, and Michael never left. So if Richard becomes a spirit guide, this shit is gonna be ridiculous. But this is how Michael Jackson became a spirit guide as well. Now that's up to y'all to believe. It's up to y'all to believe. But like that's how last year, and before I go back to day and night, last year during Club Spirit, Michael Jackson came to me just like how Richard Pryor came. And in my message, what I just said with Richard Pryor, um, Michael came, and Michael has not left. And you got to go to my Facebook, and today is the last day I'm going to pull up any old archive footage, and is a reason why. Let's go back to working day and night, and I'll answer that. I'm not gonna pull up because it feels like I've been working day and night trying to prove I am a chosen for God to speak His healing. And like I said, time is running out. And so now it's gonna get to a point where I'm not gonna pull out old footage to be like, yo, you see how that happened? I told y'all this. I told y'all that. Like, is a reason why. So I'm not gonna prove. I know who I am. I'm look. My position is solidified. I know I'm gonna be safe in what's about to go down. Also, God does not make you choose. So, me like, yo, look, I am the anointed one. I told y'all I was resurrected. I told y'all my name is Kirsten. I am it's the follower of Christ. I was born on September 28th. Hebrews 9:28 said that person is resurrected for you this again. This time I'm telling you, I'm proving it's not gonna be a white man. It's gonna be a black woman. Okay, I'm proving this to you. I'm telling y'all what's going on. I'm telling y'all that Donald Trump is beast one on in Revelations. Your beast two is your Israel prime minister. Beast two. That's who your beast is. It's Israel's prime minister. Me telling you, oh, they had that meeting in Watergate to set up World War III. Oh, you don't believe me? What's going on in Britain today? More confusion gonna happen. You think this is just starting? Wait, me giving out hints. Y'all noticing that they're trying to bring out another uh illness? Y'all, I'm like, yo, why are we going through another HIV, big spike in HIV now? Do you think they're giving out fake um they're giving out fake statuses now? Oh, let's see. What about that guy? I gotta really research about that family in Houston. Cause I'm divided about that one. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that's Oregon. This is how I feel. This is my read about that family in Houston. I really feel that he's a minister. He is a part of the Freemasonry. I really feel that he is a part of the Freemasonry, and it's a scene to cause division. Because ain't no way a nurse will sit up on camera and not give a person no DNR. You can't tell. I'm gonna give that to my mama. I'm gonna see what she say because she's a nurse too. I'm a nurse. Y'all want to get news? I'm a nurse. I was a nurse. Having that, like having a nursing, having your nursing license. Once you lose it, it's like you going to prison. You cannot do. Like I said, God put me every day. God, I can speak it. I have the wisdom on it. I'm not gonna sit up there. A nurse, clear as day, you can see her, and she's not afraid about the nursing fucking board. These doctors not afraid. That's a setup, y'all. He's a Mason from Houston, notorious. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm breaking it down. That's fate. And shame on y'all doing that to y'all child, bro. That's not real. You can't tell me it ain't real. Cause like I'm as like I said, as a nurse, for them not to do that, he had to be a DNR. That is murder. With they Nobody's not gonna be on camera doing murder like that. That's a scene, that's a planned scene. He's a Mason. And shame on you wanting your people to war. Hold on. That's what maybe I'm hearing too. This your secret garden temptation, man. What y'all saw in North Carolina, first of all, I'm gonna break it down this way. I wouldn't even want to move my son that's on a vent from Carolina to Houston. I know Houston, the medical center is the number one medical center in the world, but you're passing up Washington, D.C. Hopkins is closer than Houston. Why are you going? Why you need to go to Houston? You're closer to John Hopkins. Two, they said they possibly gave him fentanyl. Okay, they do have to give you pain medicine while you're on a vent. Okay, that's normal. But you wait how they kept saying fentanyl. They're not making it like fentanyl, like surgical when you under a vent. You know, you're talking to people. I'm a nurse, bro. They're using words to touch you. Fentanyl. Like I said, these pastors, some of them are they have they're masons. That's a mason. That's a mason. That has mason ties all on it. They want to start a civil war. So now they want to say that. Really, to be honest with you, go and look up, and I'm gonna bet you, cause when I was a nurse, really, black organs were highly more denied than your white counterpart. Because let me tell you, I worked this before. You had to be dead for me to come and tell you I want your organs. They told them that they wanted their organs and their son was still alive. Bullshit. Hold on. I hear, do you think I want to take care of you? Do you think that? Mm-hmm. Show you right. I know I'm right. Hold on, y'all. I know I'm right. LOPA does not come to you until you are certified dead. Not you on event. Now, after you sign the DNR, did that family sign a DNR? Why did that nurse did this? Because if she did that, that must have been on her. Like, I ain't going to jail. I ain't touching this body. What I felt was, and this is me as an intuitive person reading that situation, that family was guilty because they sacrificed that son for what they're doing right now. They sacrificed fame for their church. They sacrificed their son for the notoriety of their church. And let's talk about these mega churches too, because I made some people on X mad. Okay, so Keon, which is Shawnee's, Keon Henderson. Thank you, Keon Henderson, which is Shawnee's. Um, does she still go by Shaquille O'Neal? Does she really go by Shawnee O'Neal? She's married to a whole nother man, which I think is highly disrespectful. That's a strike right there. Okay, so that's Shawnee O'Neal's or Shawnee Henderson's wife, husband. He said $4 million to rebuild his church. Then I'm reading people, y'all are so brainwashed. Y'all Christians, that's what I'm saying. Christians are really about to be hurt on this resurrection. It's church business. Where in the Bible the tabernacle is supposed to be a business? What was Jesus' tabernacle name? Y'all followers of Jesus, right? Jesus is Lord, right? And that's my brother. I'm asking. My brother want to know too. He's asking. My brother's asking. Y'all probably think this woman crazy. Well, if you think I'm crazy, I'm crazy. You're gonna call me crazy because you're not gonna be able to answer this question. What was Jesus' tabernacle name? When God went to Moses and went to Aaron and told him build his tabernacle, did he say he needed silver, he needed gold to build this tabernacle? I'm hearing God is saying we living by the sword, but we not dying by it. Die by the sword. You want if you want to live by the sword, you want to say that you Christians, y'all, all this, y'all, man, die by the same sword. God is saying a church should not be worth $4 million. Where did He say put millions of dollars in a church? Where does it say to glorify the church? You supposed to glorify His name. No man, no church should be asking their members, especially in this time of hardship, for $4 million. That's blood sacrifice. Okay. Okay. That's another thing, Christians. Y'all. Okay. So you don't think you don't actually see blood. If you give a person $4 million, that's off your energy. That's off your blood. That's off your bloodline. So you don't think that that's a blood sacrifice? What did God say? He didn't want no blood sacrifices in his tabernacles. Oh, I can say it better than y'all. I can spit that Bible better than y'all. I can spit it way better than y'all now. I've been studying. So, no pastor should be asking y'all for $4 million on the church. I'm giving y'all messages for free. I mean, yeah, sometimes hell yeah, I'm broke. I ask for $1 donation. Hell yeah, I ask for $1 donation. And I don't really get it. But y'all paying $4 million. Okay, let me ask you this. Mega churches. Y'all asking for those tithes, but where's your tithe? Where's your tithe? Where's your tithes? Where's your tithing? Where are your tithes? Where are your tithes? Like going on. Y'all, I said, we're getting to a point y'all gonna have to make a choice. What's going on in England? What just went on with the solar attack? What's going on in England? All that's in the beginning. I'm trying to hold on because I was supposed to give somebody a reading. I think I have spoken enough for today. Because this is how God's message is going to go. And also, my mouth is hurting real bad right now, y'all. My mouth is hurting. That bad. So, I'm trying to hold on. Because she gave me her donation. And she didn't have to give me the donation. And I hear, don't you think that I'm taking care of you? Do you think that show you right? Show you right. But yeah, I said a lot about mega churches today. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to see something. Oh, it's tape. That scared the hell out of me. Let me lock my door for the night. Because I'm telling some shit. I'm talking shit tonight. So, I think I talked enough. This is how it's gonna be for right now. This is how God's messages is gonna be. Um, God is showing me about Matthew's 10, and I already discussed Matthew 10. I'm gonna be protected during this, talking like this, because it's time. It's time. Like, they playing y'all. They really playing y'all, especially about the young man that burned me, because I instantly read that as fate. Like, they was just too overacted. In the name of Jesus, Emmanuel. Then it was like, oh, he's throwing up. Okay, as a nurse, I have done CPR before. They will throw up. They will. I think the most, I'm going to tell you the most, because while he was doing it, and to me, what they were doing was illegal. They shouldn't even been doing that. Well, how did the hospital have, like, that shit was played. Yo, after what I've been through in my life, I would never think that this country actually will have players, and actually a play out a scene to actually make you go into further division. That was a scene, y'all. I felt it. I felt it. They and that family's guilty because they sold their son's soul. That's why they were acting out like that too. Like, they're guilty. But let's just be real. That cannot happen in any other medical center. I have worked numerous medical centers. I really have. My mom's a nurse. I'm gonna have to show that to my mom. My mom's gonna be like, "That's not real. That can't be real." I wouldn't be a nurse on camera. You can literally go to jail. You can literally lose your license, and when you lose your license as a nurse, you cannot get another job nowhere else. It's like basically you're a fugitive, like not fugitive. You're a felon. It's hard because you're gonna all your life you're gonna have to explain how did you lose this nursing license. You will not sit up there and let and watch a father do chest compressions on their son, because you know why? That you're breaking ribs. That is assault. I have done plenty of I've done plenty of even in my 5 years of codes. When you're doing, I think when you try to revolve a person, I think that's the most violent thing you could ever see in your life, because you're breaking ribs. You and just like that person was throwing up. I was about to say the most violent uh code of bringing a person back. This person actually was drowned in their own shit. I promise y'all this happened. They drowned in their own shit. And they had a obstruction, and it went this way, and they drowned in it. And I remember, that was, I think, the most gruesome code I ever seen. And you do see them throwing up and everything. That was the most gruesome. Like, that's gruesome. So even to see that, can you imagine y'all seeing that on camera? That's every day for some health practitioners. That's not real, y'all. They want y'all to be a part, y'all. That family signed that son. Oh, that was their contribution to giving their sons organs. That was as fake as it go. And how dare God saying, this is what God is saying. Y'all, you see how you pastors, I'm connected. This is what God is saying. How dare y'all keep bringing up God's name while y'all were in that room pumping on that young man's chest. How dare y'all?
because it wasn't about God. It was about your church. And like I said, your secret garden temptation is hell, notoriety. Man, clout. Clout is the new drug. So let's just see how this man church grows after this. Because he sacrificed his son. He also wanted to sacrifice us fighting against white people because of organs. Now I said, and I'm not Donald Trump. I'm gonna go and reread. Black people organs are the most rejected. When I was trying to sign them up, they rejected. I was like, yo, when y'all gonna take a black person? I was getting upset about it. Yo, when y'all gonna start taking a black person organ? We even though he's an athlete, we eat fatty food all day. His son has passed away. That was fake acting. I've been a nurse. What they did, what they did is wrong. That's fake acting. They want us to fight. I'm telling y'all. When y'all saying about the organs, okay, so when you call into, well, out here it's called Louisiana, it's called LOPA. When we call in for the organ, most likely black people, they be like, okay, give me the height, give me the weight, give me the. I used to get offended, like I said, because they be like, no, we're gonna pass on those organs. Black people are not really highly accepted as organ donators. Y'all need to listen and get the research. I'll get into all that. That was a Freemason setup. That father is a Freemason. He sacrificed this child. No, that ain't no way. I used to be a nurse. Ain't no way I'm gonna be in the camera like I'm just gonna watch this person die. That person can go to jail. That is a setup for us to start fighting because this is what they want. They want civil. Look what's going on in England right now. They want black and white to fight against each other. That is a freaking setup into. And then it was bad acting. Come on, son. 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 Oh my God. Yo. Impressions is basically you can break a rib, bro. So that's assault. That's assault. I'll be like a nurse too, like, yo, y'all assaulting that body. At this point, y'all are assaulting it. Y'all don't take that fucking bait. Don't take it. Another thing, when you go into what is called ICU, you just don't free and put live because that's HIPAA. You don't live that. All of a sudden, you're gonna have nurses and doctors not telling them to put up their fucking phone, and y'all wake up. I'm telling y'all, wake up. That is not real. I'm talking about. I worked in hospitals. I worked in different type of hospitals. Like I said, I'm gonna pass it to my mama because that's fake. Watch how this man's church is gonna grow after this. Clout is a motherfucking drug. I'm telling you that, like I said, this is what my read from it. My read intuitively on this was from this man. My read is there is family guilt, but it don't go like that. Either they had to sign a DNR, and sometimes this happens too, y'all. Black people, our culture, it's hard to accept death. So I promise y'all, families will actually sign the DNR, and then when it comes to that part, they don't understand what a DNR is. And you cannot do, like, did you sign that DNR? Because, like I said, a nurse is just not going to be on camera with not asking for privacy, or doctor is not going to be on camera. That's a setup, yo. That's a setup. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Just don't fall for it. Because I'm like, yeah, because I have done too many. I've done too many codes. We broke ribs. I think that what they were doing, like, and then they weren't doing it right. I'm like, yo, y'all hurting him. Like, oh my God. And then let me ask you this. You can't code a person that got a heartbeat. You do what is called a chemical code. You don't do chest compressions. If okay, so that's what I'm saying. Come on, nurses. Come on, where are my black nurses? Where are my nurses? Where are my doctors? If they saying he had a heartbeat, you don't chest compress on a heartbeat, baby. Now they can do what is called a chemical code. They can give you chemicals to bring you back. Also, he could be brain dead. And it could be to a point they're not accepting that he's brain dead. I get, like, I think our black people need to be educated on that. And then, like I said, it was just too set up. The way how they was using the word fentanyl. And like that word, when you hear fentanyl, you're thinking the street drug fentanyl. No, baby. They're giving him the surgical fentanyl. They're only going to give him maybe 1.12 microgram. That's a setup. The way how he kept saying fentanyl, so you can hear it and you be like, yo, fentanyl, okay. Yo, they giving him fentanyl. Baby, they give out fentanyl to surgery patients every day. That was a setup. And they were horrible acting. Emmanuel! I was like, oh my God. It hurt my heart, but I read that as a fake. That's fake. That they want us to war. I'm telling y'all. Wait, let me look this up. Black. I'm gonna look it up now. The percentage. That's what I'm saying. It's all it takes 2 seconds. When I was a nurse, I didn't really see a lot of black people being accepted for organs. I didn't really see a lot of black people. All I saw was white people being accepted. Like I said, I felt some kind of way about it. Per research, NCBI, this is what I'm telling y'all. Y'all are being slaved. The new slavery is we're going to put as much TikTok. We're going to give y'all TikTok. We're going to give y'all YouTube. We're going to give y'all everything so y'all don't even put anything in the search engine. The new slavery is y'all, okay, the old slavery is y'all couldn't read. We don't want you to read so you can get better. Now the new slavery is I can read, but I don't want to read. Keep hearing that. Okay, so it's saying in here that is white. The actual decreased donors for the potential donors were seen in Black an American Indian. Why? Because we're the worst eaters. We don't take care of our bodies. Even though he is a football player. Don't make it seem but they're making it seem as, oh my God, they're trying to take black people organs. We are the most rejected. Y'all, all y'all have to do is research. Run it on Google. And that's right. Black and American Indians from 99 to 2007, only 28% is accepted upon their white counterpart. Y'all wake up, bro. They want y'all to be like what's going on in England right now. They want it. The banks are failing right now. We are really back in 1929. We're back in 1930, 1931, 1932. We're 2 steps away from being in bread lines. Let's just be real. They want war. They want division. That makes money. And we're giving it to them. Y'all watch out for things like that. When it was like black people, organs. Shit. I would have to sell a black person organ. That's not true, y'all. That's not true. And that's like I said, with these mega churches with Keon Henderson asking for $4 million. Go, and like I said, I'm gonna give y'all a minute. I'm gonna give you a minute about these churches. Okay. Name Jesus Church. I'm waiting. What was Jesus' tabernacle name? He didn't have one. His covenant was with him. It was through him. Jesus taught just like I'm teaching right now on camera. I don't need a church. We're Christians. Where in the Bible a church is a business? What was my father's guidance on the church? I'm waiting. Like I said, he said no blood sacrifice. Asking for $4 million, that's a blood sacrifice because you're asking somebody to give that off their back. So that's blood. But y'all call something else that evil. No, that's a blood sacrifice, homie. Y'all need to wake up, man. Wake up. No pastor should be coming and telling y'all $4 million. And I'll be the type of person, your pastor, did y'all feed anybody in that last hurricane? Your Pastor Keon, if you're asking for $4 million, that means that maybe y'all were making $8 to $12 million. Okay, Pastor Keon, I saw that big birthday party you had. That was $1 million birthday party itself. So that meant some of those families that were going to your church that lost everything, y'all be able to purchase $200,000 homes for them, right? Pastor Keon, you want $4 million? Y'all should be feeding children, those hungry children that's in your community that need breakfast in the morning. Pastor Keon, those single mothers that they have to go to work and can't afford babysitting, y'all should have free like weekend services for them, right? Pastor Keon, if I'm gonna put all that $4 million into you, I'm just telling y'all, because what God is telling me right now is y'all, they asking for y'all tithes, but God is asking, where is the church tithe? He didn't say give a church $4 million to hear his word. He didn't say give the church $4 million so you can get connected to God. He did not say this, man. God did not say this. God did not say give a pastor $1 million and you'll get connected to him. I'm talking real tonight. I'm talking so real. I'm knocking my doors. But anyway, my mouth hurts. I'm talking too real tonight. Y'all like, but that goes into what God's messages it are tonight. Like, man, y'all gotta get right with God. Some of y'all saying y'all right and y'all not right. Think this through. And hopefully what I just said about this man, I hope it reaches him. I hope I touch you. Because if you are truly a pastor, be real and tell an honest truth. Because I'm a spiritualist and I can read you, and I'm reading you good right now. I'm reading you right now. You feeling guilty for what you're doing. I feel nothing but darkness right now. I feel nothing but sadness. But you know what, ain't right. You know it ain't right. You want your people to fight, but you sacrifice your son. Shame on you. And that's all I have to say. Y'all have a good night.